Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're focusing in on just one source. It's a really insightful review of a Spanish animated short film from 2012.
Ah, yes, El Vendedor de Humo.
The smoke seller, yeah. And look, if you haven't heard of it or seen it, don't worry at all. That's what we're here for. Our mission really is to unpack this review completely. We want to pull out the technical background,
The story itself.
the plot, the awards it won, and then I think this is the really interesting part. These two quite layered interpretations the reviewer discusses.
Absolutely. But maybe before we dive into the film itself, it's worth touching on why short films like this matter,
Good point.
especially animated ones. They often function as, well, the ultimate calling card for the filmmakers.
Right, like a demonstration of skill.
Exactly. They have to be incredibly well made, meticulous in design, execution, the core ideas, everything. But crucially, they also need to be accessible.
And entertaining.
And entertaining, yeah. To grab a wide audience really fast. So for a reviewer, a big question is always, did they manage that balance?
Okay, got it. So with The Smoke Cellar, the setup sounds pretty classic but effective. We start in this small, almost sleepy country town. Life seems pretty predictable.
Very pastoral.
Yeah. And then, bam, this weird rundown truck appears.
Billowing purple smoke, no less.
Right, this thick purple smoke. And the owner, this traveling salesman type, just sets up shop right there.
That contrast is immediate, isn't it? The quiet town, the strange, smoky arrival.
That's the hook. Okay, so let's get into the crafts, the technical side, because the review really highlights this.
It does, and it's pretty amazing when you hear where it came from.
The reviewer uses words like superb, beautiful looking.
High praise. And it's not just nice for a student film, though. It was made entirely by students at primerframe.com.
Wow, really? The whole thing?
The whole thing. The review stresses the professionalism of the execution. We're talking animation quality you'd usually expect from, established studios.
And the description mentions clean and bright animation, which seems maybe counterintuitive given the whole smoke cellar thing.
Well, think about it. That clean, bright world makes the purple smoke stand out even more, doesn't it?
Ah, okay, so the baseline cleanness highlights the intrusion of the smoke.
Precisely. It's visual storytelling, and it shows real attention to detail in the world building. Plus, the reviewer notes every character feels distinct. Individual traits, well rendered.
Which must be vital because, and this is maybe the biggest technical point.
Yeah, there's no dialogue.
None at all.
Zero. The entire story unfolds visually. Gestures, expressions, actions.
So the animation, the character design, the pacing, it all has to do the heavy lifting.
100%. And that choice, of course, makes it instantly universal. Anyone, anywhere can understand it.
And that universal appeal, that quality, it clearly paid off. Big time.
Oh, massively. The film won the Goya Award for Best Animated Short.
Which, for listeners maybe not familiar, the Goyas are essentially the Spanish BAFTAs, right? Or their Oscars.
Pretty much, yeah. A huge deal. For a student project to win a national award like that, it's more than just good.
It screams professional talent.
It really does. It puts those filmmakers on the map.
It's okay.
Okay, so that's the craft. Now, how does that feed into the actual story? The plot.
Right. So the salesman rolls in, sets up his smoky truck.
And initially, nothing.
Yeah, nobody's interested, just some weirdo with smoke. He needs to demonstrate the goods.
Joe, don't tell.
Exactly. So he uses the purple smoke for a couple of tricks. First one's pretty small scale. He makes a little toy plane for a boy.
Cute. A bit of fun.
Get some attention, maybe some curiosity.
Yeah.
But it's the second trick that, as the reviewer puts it, is the real showstopper.
Okay.
He finds this little dog, a small, yappy, annoying mutt, and transforms it, poof, into this big, impressive, almost fierce-looking guard dog.
Ah, now that's different. That's not just a toy.
Exactly. That's wish fulfillment. That taps into something people actually want. Improving their lives, getting rid of a nuisance.
Reaction.
Immediate. The review says the locals are suitably impressed. Probably an understatement. They just flock to him.
A cue forms.
Totally. A cue to have, and this is a quote, all manner of things changed by the smoke. It becomes this frenzy.
People wanting instant upgrades.
Yeah. But then the film cleverly shifts the mood. You see the sky.
Darkening. Rain clouds are rolling in.
And the seller. He sees it too. And he gets visibly anxious.
Uh-oh.
He rushes one last sale significantly to the town's mayor.
The authority figure.
And then, quote, he hightails it out of there, just gone, before the first drops fall.
Timing is everything for a con man.
But why the rain? Why is that the trigger for him leaving, and why is it important?
Because the rain is the reveal. It's the consequence engine. The reviewer calls it the sting in the tail for the townsfolk.
So the implication is the rain washes the smoke effects away.
Or reveals the true cost, perhaps. The film doesn't explicitly show it, but, whatever that smoke did wasn't permanent, or maybe it had a downside. The illusion is broken when the rain comes.
Okay, and it's after the seller's already gone with their money.
Naturally. Classic con.
So that feels like a complete, satisfying little story. But the review argues there's potentially more going on here.
Yes, this is where it gets really layered. The reviewer suggests two main ways to interpret the film, depending on your perspective.
Okay, level one.
Level one is basically what we just discussed. It's a simple, elegant tale about deception.
About how easily people can be fooled?
Right. If they want something badly enough, if they, quote, believe hard enough in it.
Doesn't take much.
Apparently not. Just a couple of clever tricks, a bit of theater, that fancy stage show with the purple smoke, and people will line up to give you their hard-earned money.
And they don't ask the obvious questions.
That's the key point the reviewer makes. Desire makes you overlook the critical thinking, doesn't it? Like, what is the smoke actually made of? Is this safe? What happens next? You just want the shiny result.
Okay, that makes sense. Straightforward enough. What's the second interpretation?
Well, this one's deeper, more critical. The reviewer posits that the film could be read as a damning comment on modern consumer society.
Whoa, okay. From a student animation. How so?
Think about the smoke again. In this reading, it's a metaphor
Sure.
for that instant gratification, that
Wow.
easy fix. People's desires, their fantasies brought to life instantly with, well, only some smoke.
But it's temporary. Or illusory.
Exactly. And the true cost only becomes clear later, when the smoke clears, or in the film's narrative, when the rain comes.
So are we talking about the hidden costs of consumer goods?
That's precisely the angle the reviewer takes. They bring up this idea of externalized costs.
Okay, explain that.
Externalized costs are basically the negative consequences of producing or consuming something that aren't included in the price tag. Think environmental damage during manufacturing.
Or poor labor conditions, waste disposal problems.
All of that. Costs that society or the environment or someone else down the line pays, not the initial consumer or producer at the point of sale.
So the smoke seller is like cheap manufacturing.
Yeah.
Offering a desirable product, but the smoke hides the pollution or the exploitation needed to make it.
That's the argument. The desire for the new and shiny thing, the reviewer calls it a modern bauble, is so strong, it acts like the purple smoke. It blinds us.
Blinds us to the real production costs.
Yeah. We tend not to ask those hard questions about where something came from or its impact until after the fact. After the damage is done. After the seller has skipped town, so to speak.
That's quite a heavy reading for a 7-minute animation about a dog transformation.
It is, and the reviewer knows it. They're very upfront about it.
How so?
They explicitly say that this whole societal critique interpretation could just be complete bobbins.
Bobbins, like nonsense.
Yeah, basically British slang for rubbish, nonsense. They acknowledge that maybe the filmmakers just wanted to tell a fun, simple story about a charming con artist.
Okay, that's important. So it's not saying the filmmakers definitely intended this deep critique.
No, but the point is, the film is made so well, the execution is so precise, the symbolism of the smoke, the rain, the character reactions, that it supports that deeper reading.
The quality unlocks the metaphor, whether it was consciously put there or not.
That's it, exactly. It works perfectly on the surface level as just entertainment. But if you start probing, asking why this, why that, these other layers emerge, that's the mark of really strong filmmaking, even in a short.
So wrapping this up then, what have we learned from digging into this review?
Well, we've got this technically brilliant, award-winning short film, made by students, incredibly, no dialogue, universally understandable.
Tells a very neat, effective story about a con man and gullible villagers.
Check. But also, because it's so well crafted, it opens itself up to this really powerful, quite timely critique of consumerism, desire, and those hidden externalized costs.
Environmental damage, human rights. The things we don't see when we buy the shiny object.
And the reviewer clearly loved it, found it enjoyable, entertaining, recommended it highly.
It really shows the power of visual storytelling, doesn't it? How something silent, just images and actions, can hold these vastly different potential meanings all at once.
It's quite an achievement in just 7 minutes.
So maybe the final thought for you, the listener, to take away is this. The film, or at least the review's interpretation of it, suggests something provocative.
Which is?
That whether we know the true cost or not, the cost hidden by the smoke, our own desire for the new, the improved, the instantly gratifying, well, that desire often stops us from even asking the important questions.
Until the rain
So the
comes.
rain comes and washes the illusion away. Something to think about next time you see something advertised with, perhaps, a little bit of smoke and mirrors.